What's up, guys? Big D Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com. Today we have a little amp to test on the dyno. The 1999 Rockford Fosgate Punch 120A2. This amp's only rated 30 watts per channel at 4 ohms or 120 watts bridged at 4 ohms. So let's try it out on the Amp Dyno and see how it does. Luke, I am your father. No, this is not Darth Vader. This is a Punch amplifier from 1999. This is the 120A2, which is the smallest amp in the 1999 lineup. And I'll show you here, there's not a whole lot going on. Everything is on one side. Have a power LED. We have the crossover switch, which is either 120 Hertz high pass, full, or 80 Hertz low pass. We have left, right inputs. We have punch bass. We have the gain control. Then we have a high level input. And then we have a remote, which is on this little spade terminal here. Then we have left and right channels, and we have positive and ground. And we don't have any built-in fuses here, so you have to use an external fuse. But that's all there is to it. I'll flip it around. See, nothing there. Just heatsink. Pretty small amp. So about the size of a Big D's hand. And so let's get it hooked up to the Amp Dyno. See if this bad boy can do what it's rated. Grab the sheet here. It's rated to do 30 watts by 2. 60 watts by 2 or 120 by 1, or dynamically 200 by 1. So let's see if it can do those ratings. Stay tuned and let's find out. Certified run at 8 ohms. Since we just have one channel plugged in and we have it bridged, this is going to simulate a 4 ohm per channel load on the amp. And it's rated at 30 per channel, so we double that. 60 watts is what we expect. This first test will be at 40 Hertz. Ratings are at 13.8 volts. Okay, you can see we easily exceed the 60 watts that it's rated to do. 117. So that's pretty much right at twice what it's rated. Almost 60 watts per channel at 4 ohms, or 117 bridged at 8 ohms. We'll do it at 4 ohms. Amp is rated at 120 watts at 13.8 volts, 0.1% THD. Again, we're hitting 1% THD, so we would expect a little bit more than 120 watts. Let's see if we get any more. Quite a bit more. 174, 13.87 volts. Nicely underrated. All right, let's try the dynamic power run at 4 ohms mono. Now, this is where it's rated to 200 watts, but it's rated at 14.4 volts at 1 kilohertz. So we'll try that also. We're running less than 14.4. We're running 13.83 volts, and we're getting 193 watts. So if I bump that voltage up, I guarantee we'll get over 200 watts. Okay, we're doing the 4 ohm dynamic run again. This time we're going to try to simulate the IHF 202 certified run. which says 14.4 volts and 1 kilohertz. So we're doing the 1 kilohertz test track pulse and trying to keep it as close to 14.4 as we can. That's pretty close to 14.4. Check out that wattage. 228 watts at 14.4 volts, 1% THD, 1 kilohertz, a good 10% more than the amp is rated. It's rated at 200 watts, so very nice. Alright, and just because we can, and because we know it's a Rockford amp and it can handle it, we're going to do the dynamic run at 2 ohms mono. And let's see if it can survive and see what it does. This little jewel of an amp. Not bad from this little amp. 316 watts, 2 ohm mono, 14.34 volts. Alright guys, there you have it. The Rockford Fosgate Punch 120A2. The smallest amp in the 1999 Rockford Punch lineup. As we expect with most Rockford amps, this one did really well. We showed it powered some of the Dayton Audio 8-inch subwoofers here we got from Parts Express a while back, and the 10-inch passive. I actually powered these subs really well at 2 ohms mono and ran for 45 minutes playing different types of music and never gave up. Now, it got pretty warm. You probably saw the temperature. I showed it got up to almost 130 degrees, about 128.5 degrees, but never shut down, kept pumping out the bass. I mean, it's impressive, 2/8, and an amp like this, that's why these old school amps are such a great value, because you get something like this, a couple 8s, and you got a decent system. You're not going to blow your windows out, but it's going to be much better than any factory system. So there you have it, Punch 120A2 on the SMD Demore Engineering Amp Dyno. This is Big D Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com. Stick around, we'll test more amps, big, small. We don't care. We're going to mix it up a little bit, do some other stuff too coming up. So thanks as always for watching. Please support me on patreon.com/oldschoolstereo if you can. It helps me to get the supplies that I need to buy all the cables and the different adapters and RCA cables and everything, wood to build boxes like this so I can have a test speaker, anything. I appreciate you guys' help. Videos will always be free, but if you have the extra and you can support me, it will be greatly appreciated. This is Big D Wiz, oldschoolstereo.com. Until next time, I'm out of here.